Oh, hey.
We can prove a chain of narration going back to Jesus.
Okay.
Paul claimed to have encountered Jesus in person, that Jesus appeared unto him. And that's not unusual. Jesus is alive, after all. It's not normative, but he made the claim, and we can accept that, but we do need to verify it. Peter, James, and John extended him what they call the right hand of fellowship. In other words, they accepted his testimony as being legitimate. So if you want a chain of narration that goes back all the way to Jesus, these apostles affirmed Paul's testimony. So you have Paul, Jesus, Peter affirming, who's connected to Jesus. So Paul, Peter, Jesus, Paul, John, Jesus, Paul, James, Jesus, Paul, Jesus. It's all there.
All right. A chain of narration is someone hearing from someone, hearing from someone, hearing from the source, being Prophet Muhammad or Jesus, peace be upon him. A break in that chain, meaning where someone couldn't have heard from someone, automatically makes that chain inauthentic. If the chain is to be considered authentic and there are no breaks in the chain, you then have to look at the people in the chain. Are they truthful? Are they known for piety and honesty? In the examples you gave, that's not the case. There's either a break in the chain, or there is someone who is inauthentic and cannot be trusted. Let me explain. So in the example you gave of John, James, and Peter, they're not part of any chain. Paul doesn't go through them to Jesus, and they don't go through Paul to Jesus. So the only relevance they have, according to you, is that Paul told them a story and they chose to believe it.
They accepted his testimony as being legitimate.
That doesn't make them part of a chain. Sorry. The only claim to a chain you would have is that Paul met with Jesus directly. That's the chain. The problem with this is that for a chain to be authentic, you have to prove that the people are trustworthy. And by looking at the story of Acts and Paul's supposed letters that he may have written, we know that he's not trustworthy. In Acts, he's persecuting everyone that believes in Jesus. That's an enemy of Jesus. That doesn't make him trustworthy. And in his letters, he is a chameleon. He's a Jew to the Jews and a Gentile to the Gentiles. He's a Roman to the Romans. That's not someone that's trustworthy. He actually goes on and says, why should his lie be considered bad if it's for the sake of spreading the message? That's not how authenticity works. So, no, you don't have any authentic chains of anything. Sorry.